I may have lied in my last video. It turns out I do have a computer. So, today, we're taking action. So, instead of talking about what I want to do, we're going to start doing it. Now, right now I'm on Reddit, Am I the Asshole? And I'm going to find a story and do some whiteboarding, make a script, So, I'm looking at this one. Am I the asshole for kicking out my pregnant teenage stepdaughter over my cat? Sounds pretty interesting. I mean, not really a good story. I told my husband to commit to a relationship with his kids or just leave them alone. It's not bad at all, actually. So let's give it a read. Alrighty. My husband and I are currently separated due to an affair he had back in May. He decided to move an hour and a half away to the location where his mistress lives. But promised he would co-parent with me and that he would never abandon his kids. At first, he would come and stay with the kids. Female 3 and male 1. Oh, that's youngins, very young. For a few hours every few days and FaceTime with my daughter in between. He would call close to bedtime so our son was already asleep. The visits and FaceTimes got further apart and he currently hasn't visited since July 9th. And this was posted 14 hours ago. Oh shit. So this month, oh man. Has only FaceTimed 3 times with daughter and hasn't asked about his son at all. He hasn't even texted to ask how they are, and he doesn't seem interested when I text him pictures beyond a heart reaction. He hasn't contributed anything financially either, but I don't want his money. My children love their dad, and I'm not trying to punish him, but I am at the end of my rope with this behavior. It's been more than a week since he called last. My daughter started bawling tonight, begging to talk to her dad, so I texted him to ask if he could call. He told me he just got to a 4-day music festival and couldn't talk, and wouldn't be able to until Monday. I didn't tell her why he couldn't talk. I just said, "Sorry, I'm so sorry, baby. Daddy's busy." Her response was, "He doesn't love me anymore." She's 3. Shit. So if I told my husband to commit to seeing/talking to them regularly or to just stay absent, I want nothing more than for my kids to have a relationship with their dad, but he clearly hasn't made them a priority. I don't want to be a bitter baby mama or a jaded ex-wife, but I want to advocate for the relationship they deserve. Edit. I see all the posts about children's support, but there's too many to reply to. I wasn't meaning to be prideful or doormat on not asking for support. I make 3 times more money than he does, and I can support the kids and myself just fine. I hadn't considered putting this money away for them, but it is definitely something I will look into now. Thank you for new perspective on the issue. Okay, so, damn, that's rough. So, the husband had an affair back in May, and then they divorced, and now he's not talking to his 2 kids that are 3 and 1. Damn, that's rough. We'll read two more, I think. 2 more would be good. Am I the asshole for expecting my girlfriend to leave the club after being not let in? Damn. Okay. Oh, this is short too. I recently went out with some friends, 4 guys and 6 girls, my girlfriend being one of them. All the guys were hesitant to go to the club because we all knew it would be expensive, and how this specific club treats guys, but my girl and the other convinced us otherwise. When we got there, they told us to be let in with the girls. We had to spend $400 on a table and a bottle of, or we wouldn't be allowed in. This is after all the girls went in. Of course we said no and dipped, and then I texted my girlfriend if they were leaving soon. She said no, that they were staying. Oh, this is taking a twist, okay. Some more context to this is that she's traveling soon, and this is our last night together, where she convinced me to go out to do this thing, wasted my money, and then let me Uber home at 11. while she went to went clubbing with her friends. When it was supposed to be our night, we have also talked about situations like this, and she said of course she would leave with me if anything like this ever happened. Am I the asshole for expecting her to leave right away when I texted her we're not going to be allowed in? Or am I being dramatic and crazy? Okay, so that's rough. Oh my gosh, that is so rough. We're gonna put that one on, we're gonna make a little note of that one on the board. Because that one, I could see some comedy coming through that one, but also I could see it's mostly drama, but I could see how we could work on the boyfriend's character, make him more delve into him and his emotions on how he will respond to this action that his girlfriend caused, because your girlfriend's supposed to be the person you love and that supports you. We're just gonna make a bullet point. So we have the bullet point right here, and I'm saving so much room up top because I'm gonna do a Harmon circle. And for people who don't know that, it's just a way to break down your story into 8 pieces. And then I'll take those 8 pieces and work them into acts. So like Act 1, Act 2, and Act 3. And this is a pretty short story, so the acts aren't going to be very big. But there's already a huge conflict within this. And so I'm seeing some potential within this conflict. Alright, one more. Am I the asshole for telling my sister-in-law it's suspicious that her inborn has green eyes while her and my brother have hazel eyes? My 20G, I'm autistic, so I don't get social cues that easily. Also, I'm majoring in biology. Damn, this one's long. Oh, no, it's not. Okay. Yesterday we had a family gathering after my brother got his first inborn, and everyone seemed happy and giving their congratulations. When I saw the baby and his green eyes, I couldn't hold the thought about how can we have a green eyes while his parents have hazel brownish eyes. And I told my sister-in-law it's a bit suspicious that her inborn has green eyes while hers and my brother's have hazel eyes. And she said that she asked the doctor, and he said that it's normal for inborns to have lighter eyes and it will get darker as they grow. I said that's weird because as far as I remember from my biology classes, that happens when one of the parents has lighter and the other has darker eyes. And I asked her if she's sure that nothing happened after her night shift job. Her work time alternates each month. She suddenly said she doesn't feel well and I want to sleep, and asked us if we could leave. And then I left with my mom, and she called me asshole for hurting her feelings, and I have no degree in medicine and the doctors know better than me. Okay, this one's, it's kind of lame, honestly. I was thinking based off of the title, it was gonna be funny, but really it's just like, it's too real. Like, that's way too just like personal. I think we're gonna work with this bullet point that I have over here. Alright, so we've got a bullet point for this I am the asshole right here. So we're going to, I think this one's short enough where I don't have to do a Harmon circle, but I can do acts. So I'm gonna do that right now. So Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. Alright, so with these 3 acts, we're gonna have to extend the truth a little bit with this one, because, I get there's a lot of potential, but there's not a lot here. So with that, we'll make 3 bullet points for each act. Well, 3 bullet points for the first act, 4 bullet points for the second act, and then we'll do 2 bullet points for the last act, because it's pretty short. So with this is where we're gonna build our story. And this is about as far as I know with building stories. So with Act 1, first thing they do is girlfriend is gonna find out she is. Oh, what did it say? Son of a bitch, I gotta go back. There it is. Okay. So I got the story pulled up now. So he says that some more context to this is she's traveling soon. And this is our last night together where she convinced me to go out to do things. So that, I think that's a great starting point, is doing that. So we don't know context of the trip. We don't know any names. Some context of the trip. So with this trip, I'm gonna just make it like I don't know what I should make it. Girls trip is nice and is a lot, but I think it's definitely more devastating to him. But I think a work trip would make more sense, because then she can't avoid that trip. She has to go to that trip. So we'll give some names. So G, F, B, F, and 4 friends, they said? 4 guys and 6 girls. God damn, that's a lot of people. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, M. Okay. So for total right now, we've got. Oh shit. Okay. Wait. So maybe we just need 5. So 5 girls. Oh, and yeah, 3 male, including BF and GF. So we're not gonna name them right now because I don't think that's very important, and I'll just look up some names or something, because I mean it's just names. So we're gonna do GF finds she has a work trip. Awesome, she got a work trip. She has to do that because that's her job, which gives it a little bit more permanence, and also kind of makes you sympathize for the guy more, because he's really not going to be able to stop that trip or do anything. And I'm not saying he should stop that trip, but it's completely out of his power. He's completely helpless almost at this point. And then B, F, G, F, hang out with each other. All right, and as you can see, I'm putting those in each individual act. So this is all just act 1. So this is the setting and the rise in conflict. So they're gonna be at their house, and then she's gonna find out she has a road trip. They start hanging out, and she slowly starts to be more distant with him, which is kind of gonna come back within Act 2, the end of Act 2, where the climax is gonna be her staying and him having to leave and go home. So one more bullet point. GF wants to do something. So they all want to do something. Well, girlfriend wants to do something, boyfriend just wants to hang out with her. That's kind of the start of the conflict. BF just wants. Alright. So we've got that going. And at the beginning of Act 2, girlfriend's gonna decide that she. I probably should put a verb in there, huh? Girlfriend decides she wants to go clubbing. Clubbing, I guess. So, and this directly affects the boyfriend, who just wants to hang out with her because he's a simp. No, you should spend time with your girlfriend. So with Act 2, she decides she wants to go clubbing. Then we're trying to get the rise, so it's trying to come up. So she's like, I want to go clubbing. He's all like, it's expensive. And so we'll put boyfriend makes good reasons to not go. Okay, so girlfriend's like, I want to go clubbing. Boyfriend's like, nah, don't want to. And here's my reasons. And they're pretty valid. And she's just not really gonna care. So, third bullet point, we're getting close to the climax of sad story. And I know this is like a real person's life. This is a real life situation, but I'm trying to. This is just practice, really. I think that I wouldn't. Oh, I might make a short film out of this, but like I need to practice, and this is a great starting point without me trying to have to come up with ideas. I'm going to have her girlfriend insists they go with their friends. So she's insisting on going. And they get there and they're refused at the door. And so this is the climax where she's all like, oh, I don't give a shit that you can't go. I'm going anyway. GF goes with BF and friends to the club, and all, not all, because it was really just a BF and the other guys, so that's what I'll put. BF and other guys are turned away at the door. Okay. Maybe we'll do 5 bullet points for. You know what? We can always change this. We can always just take this and put it over to the first act. Take that top of second act and put it in the first act. And then we'll just put some lines through this one. And then we'll make that last bullet point. And this last bullet point is GF. No. BF calls. Yeah. So BF calls girlfriend to ask if she is leaving with them. And she says no. She doesn't want to. Which is fair, I guess. It's everybody gets their own choices, you know, it's free will, it's the part of life. But it just kind of hurts. It hurts BF's feelings, you know, and we all have feelings too. That's also part of life. BF is sad and mad at this when GF finally gets home. The door is locked. And that's just something I had that really didn't happen, but I think it's a good little roundabout because he couldn't go into the club, and so she can't go into her own house. I mean, I see it as justified, kinda. So, as you see here, we've got our acts. So, as you can see in Act 1, girlfriend finds out she has a work trip. Work trips are important, can't avoid that. And so BFGF hang out with each other for, so let's say a week. They're gonna hang out for a week, you know, get to know each other a little bit. Girlfriend wants to find something to do. Well, girlfriend wants to do something and BF just wants to hang out with her. So right there, that's where a conflict starts. Right? She wants to do something, he wants to just hang out with her because this is her last night. Girlfriend decides she wants to go clubbing. Ooh, there we go, that's a start. Like, kicks it off, right? BF makes good reasons to not go. He's like, oh, it's too expensive, you know, exactly the reasons he gave in this Reddit post. But we're gonna amplify them a little bit, like instead of $400, be like, it's $1,000 to go sit at these tables and drink some champagne and stuff. Girlfriend goes with boyfriend and friends to club. Girlfriend insists they go with their friends to the club. She insists. She's like, please, this is exactly what I wanted to do before I have to go on this work trip. Like, okay, fine, whatever. I'll make a compromise for you because I love you, because you're my girlfriend. Girlfriend goes with BF and friends to the club, and BF and other guys are turned away at the door. They cannot make it in. BF calls girlfriend to ask if she is leaving, and she says no. She doesn't want to leave. She's having fun, which I get, but also you gotta make compromise. He made compromise to come out with you. Like, it's probably pretty easy to go find another club. Understanding what parts of what like works, you know. Well, compromise is very important, and she is not compromising while he has compromised already. The boyfriend is sad and mad at the same time. So he gets home and he's pissed. He starts just like ranting to himself. Him and his boys probably had a couple drinks at like a bar or something, or came home and he drank a little bit. So he has the idea when she gets home, the door's locked. She can't get in, and that's kind of the end of the story. I think that's broken up pretty well, and I think that was a great start. This is a great start to any way to start any film that you might want to continue with, you know, because this is the basic foundation of any film, where you're going to find acts or in Harmon Circle in some cases for more complex stories or easier to break down in your mind. But you could take each of these, and I made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I made 10 bullet points for this whole thing is 10 bullet points. So I think this is a great start to something. So in the next video, I'm going to take these 10 bullet points and I'm going to attempt to put them onto a script. Thank you.